Did you refill? You good?
Yes, I did. Slide to the right.
Welcome back, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You're here. You've made it. You reached another episode of To Each His Own podcast. I am one of your lovely hosts. I don't know if they call us lovely, but I'm one of your hosts.
Hey,
CHRISSIE,
yo.
bitch.
What? And it is I, Anna.
And together we are
To each his own. We is lovely. Fuck all that.
I was like, what's the word, boy?
They don't know if they call us lovely. Some people might not. That's
Right.
cool. That's all right.
When I think about love, you know what I thought about? I think about that Stevie Wonder song. Isn't she lovely? And it just sound like real happy-go-lucky. It just sound like super, what's the word I'm looking for? Super califragilisticexpialidocious. You know? It just sounds like it's like super sweet. Like lovely gives like a super sweet, soft, you know, prissy
But
kind of
something-
vibe about it.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Something about
and-
the word it just sounds like. I'm just like, that ain't me.
I mean, lovely, yeah. I mean, you can get that, but lovely is also based on perspective. Because something that you feel like, oh, that shit was lovely. Somebody else be like, no, it was not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, what's, I know lovely is synonymous for other things. It's just like, well, what is it synonymous with?
Lovely.
I was definitely about to look it up. You looking it up?
Is it positive stuff? I don't know.
I kind of gotta be. What is it?
Well, bitch, I am exquisitely beautiful. It says exquisitely beautiful. Oh, bitch,
Okay,
well, yes, that.
I think I fall in that category.
Yeah, okay. Yes. I don't know.
And that's literally the definition, like exquisitely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, well, if that's the case, then we're going
Gracefully or delicately attractive, a lovely dress, beautiful in character, highly
So it is
pleasing.
about attraction.
Yep.
And physical features. I don't feel like I'm delicate, but yet graceful, attract. Okay, I get like super soft, super feminine features. Okay. All right. So I guess a man can't be lovely.
Yeah, they can be charmingly or exquisitely beautiful, a lovely,
Okay.
having a beauty that appeals to the heart or mind as well as to the eye as a person or a face.
So everything about you is lovely. Your face, your spirit, you know, your energy, everything is very positive and beautiful about this individual.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's the case, there's not that many lovely individuals out there. Because that's a lot to put into one person, and I don't think that there's a lot of people that exude all of those traits.
No, definitely not.
That's why I said. So that's why I said
Okay.
that. It's
That's
not
fair to
many
say,
anymore.
dude. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I know we just got in talking about the love. That was not planned.
That wasn't.
It really wasn't.
But we had to talk about it.
It was given what it was only going to give. But jumping right on into it, some things that are not so lovely. So we're gonna see what's going on in the streets and get into this part of the segment. So Steve Wilkos, we got him from the honorary. My bad. Did I do that?
No,
Did I do that?
That's
We got C from the honorary. Rest in peace, Jerry Springer, and he posted. Yeah, he posted a source in regards to top 10 cheating cities. And the only reason why it caught my eye is because our city ended up on the list. So, I just got one question. Who do you think the top 10 city was? The top city was, excuse me. Who do you think was the number one city on the
Cheating
list?
city?
Yeah.
Probably Vegas, some shit like that. Or New York.
You think it was Vegas or New York?
Yeah, it's definitely a big major city, whatever city it was.
Okay, and who do you think was 10? Who do you think was the least? Who do you think fell last on the list?
Well, I don't know, probably. I don't know.
No
I don't
guesses?
know. No. Because they just
So-
didn't get caught as much, that's all.
Dallas, Texas came at number 1.
Okay.
And Washington, D.C. came at number 10.
Where are they getting these numbers from, though? But anyway, go ahead.
I don't know where they got these numbers from. Unfortunately, the post that I'm looking at came from a repost that was on a Philly blog. So, of course, they posted the cities and the numbers, but they didn't post the full article as far as where the details where they got it from. But I'm quite sure if you go looking into it or go on Steve's page, you can probably find it somewhere like a full article.
Oh wow!
So Philadelphia actually came and ranked at number 6 on the list as far as top cheating cities. And ironically, looking now at this list and at the map that's in front of me, there are no West Coast cities or states on this list.
State line.
This list is rigged.
Yeah, it is. Because I'm like, where are they getting these numbers from?
The fact that California or Seattle or Washington is not on here, not Washington, D.C., but Washington State. Because I'm just thinking about those smaller cities that are in bigger states that they have like leagues, like NBA teams. Cities like Seattle, who may not like pop as far as, like going somewhere or sightseeing and dating wise, but you got some. Let me just flat out say it's considered a creep city.
Okay, I can see that because
you see what I mean.
Who thinks that the first, because while there are people who are smart cheaters,
about OKC,
all the hot, cities that's out the way. You know what I mean?
Right, cities that are literally only popular because they have a sports team.
There you go. Otherwise, nobody's checking for them.
Exactly. So you get some sort of, it's some money coming into the city some type of place. But again, it's enough there to, for people to argue, you been me here, come on, like get the fuck out of here. So the fact that, like I said, Washington or California is not on here is beyond me. The fact that 3 out of 10 are cities of Texas, and 2 out of 10 are cities of Tennessee.
That makes sense.
So that is
they probably took all these numbers.
So just to give you guys
from the black community,
real shit. So just to do a quick rundown of, I'm gonna do 10 to 1. So the top 10 cheating cities compared according to the Steve Wilkos show and wherever they got their resource or information from: Washington D.C., Atlanta, Georgia, Knoxville, Tennessee, New York, Philadelphia, PA, we ranked at number 6, Nashville, Tennessee, St. Louis, Missouri, Houston, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, and number 1 top cheating city is Dallas, Texas. So I just thought it was interesting that we even fell on the list first of all.
Who, Philly?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I didn't look at us as a cheating city.
I do.
Really?
Hell yeah! All people talk about is how they go to the next state over to go on dates because they don't want to get caught in the city. Girl, please. And it still won't work. I done seen a couple of y'all niggas out on dates with different bitches.
Oh, speaking of dates with different bitches, that's the next part of what's going on in the street.
Just saying.
2 friends, 1 date. So it is a video.
Whoa.
But yes. So it is a video, but for time saving purposes and because they go back and forth, and in a portion of the video they do tend to repeat themselves. So imagine you and I are both single, and of course we're friends. So if we're on the dating scene, we're telling each other about if we're having a good date or a bad date. We kind of filling each other in. So there were 2 ladies, because of their ex, and I want to say they are in the UK. And one went on a date. She described her date. She said, "Oh, I was on the best date I ever went on in my life." They did like a painting with a sip kind of thing at the crib. He took a picture of her, said all these sweet things to her. He was a perfect fucking gentleman. About maybe a few weeks later, the other girlfriend, "Hey girl," describes the same exact type of date, but don't like, wait a minute. You said you did what? And he did what? So the first friend goes, finally clicks and goes, well, what's his name? So they describe each other the date, and they describe the same date to each other because it was the same exact nigga.
Yeah, makes sense.
It was the same exact nigga. And both of them were head over fucking heels about the fact that, and described the date as the best date ever.
At least they said it was the best date ever. But then where do you go from? Where do you go from?
You don't do nothing different.
That's what I'm saying.
Got one good date,
or maybe that just was the date of the week. Who knows? Maybe he dates several different bitches and just doesn't experience What we gonna throw in this
He
week?
probably got a lot of different style dates and whoever he like at the time.
Yep.
This is what kind of date
they get.
that they get. Now, I'm not necessarily mad at him because again, they're dating. They're
Mm-hmm.
not in a relationship with this man.
Yep.
So being mad at him for giving, I'm mad that he used the same exact date. That's what I'm mad at because it was the same exact paint picture too. Like I was like, you couldn't choose another design. So that's what I was irritated
From that aspect. Okay, yeah, but going to the
style.
same places and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was all the same. Exact
But you want to
thing.
know why I feel like that's not too awful. With I feel like
Because men had their dating spots.
that not only that, men are once they know that something works, that's what they stick to. They're very simple beings. So once he probably put together some shit and was like, I get the best response from women when I take them to these places. And maybe he just started learning from different experiences and putting them together. Like maybe I'm just gonna knock. If I want to wow him and knock him out the park, maybe it's something different that they talked about on this date that they really love, particularly, and then something on this date, and he probably just put all that shit together, and everybody probably
that
just love
actually
it.
makes sense. And again, I don't know how many times he did this, but
Yeah.
it probably worked very
It's probably
well
some
with the
other girls
first
out
friend, which is why
Yep.
he did it with the other. Okay, who knows how many times he did it? Shit, he could have been doing the same as date for a year straight.
True.
He could have dated 52 bitches.
And did the same thing with all
Did
of
the
them.
same exact thing, and whoever this paint with the twist person was, they probably your friend is because he probably he was being cool.
Okay. Listen.
Okay.
Listen. Remember we had a good experience when we did paint with a twist. The person we had was really nice. Matter of fact, I still got her name in my phone to this day. I wonder if she's still
Why didn't
doing
you
it.
fucking tell me? Because I wanted to fucking do one.
I didn't know. I still got her name in my phone. I'm gonna hit her up like,
Just
do you remember
text her.
working with us for a long time ago?
Well,
Because remember she was cool when she actually came to us on her birthday. Remember? And her girlfriend was
I want to do it, and I would want to do it outside.
True. Right. Yeah. Right.
Text her when you're done. Because I want to please make it. But I thought that was very interesting. And again, just to say that, I just need people to be just a tad bit more creative. If you're dating in the same city, and ironically, I feel like these two young ladies, because I feel like they were friends and they were very similar beings. I feel like they kind of favored each other. For one, they were probably very the same, similar types. And I feel like to a degree, he possibly may have known that, or he has a specific type, which is why he tends to, you know what I mean?
Because I can't even, and then along with the same that they might have a specific type, and they may date the same kind of guy too.
Yep.
Because think about it, and then sometimes it's not even that could be a possibility, or it could just be that the city's small. I figured. Listen, honest to God, I've met people from scratch, don't know them from anywhere. And if I even remotely find out that I've actually gone out on a date, nothing ever happened, but I've actually gone out on a date with a guy before and figured out through conversation, we know some of the same people, and amongst talking, oh, I've been out on a date with this person. I'm in my head like, oh, wow. It even happened with a friend before, like, I'm like, oh yeah, and I knew after that day I wasn't gonna make it like, oh, you went out with my friend, that's cool. Like, and they let it be known 1,000, but he wasn't gonna know shit like, oh, this happened and that happened, or say anything bad, but he let me know that they was on. I don't need to go out with you no more after that then, because that's who your interest is in. To me, you gonna try every. No, I'm not that girl. Try that with another squad. Like, you know what I mean? Go over there. Some people believe that you're not. You know, I'm not gonna not get the love of my life, but all because I dated their friend first. Cool, fine and dandy. But I just feel like in the back of my head, you're always gonna be attracted to that person. That's who you wanted first.
Too. Yeah, because
so
that's who you wanted first. Yeah,
I'm good. I don't even remotely want that door to be. That's Pandora's box being cracked open. I'm good. So yeah,
and I feel like I agree with that.
Girldon'tdate'em.com. You better go on there.
Or that can depend on, and it's very rare, what kind of integrity the man has.
Absolutely.
Because if it's a man that genuinely find, oh shit, I didn't know that y'all was friends,
and
they end up being the love of your life, and it's just like, oh fuck, I know y'all was friends, but now that I do, and I'm just saying, and time has passed, and now you just want to say like, all right. We kind of getting serious. I kind of want to tell you I did go on a date with your friend. I got to the point where I'm meeting them, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like at that point you're just like, But if he has the integrity to be like, listen, I don't want her. Yeah, she's attractive, but if things didn't work out at that time, that doesn't necessarily mean he still wants her if he moved on to me and moved past it. So I feel like the average situation is just like how you said the first time, where niggas just trying to. You know,
yeah, because I'm just like, is that coming from a place? Is that coming from a place of I honestly want to get to know you, or I want to see how many I can knock down with one bowling ball? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't like. Where is that coming? Why do you have to just automatically choose someone within the same friend group? There's so many other people out here to date. That's just where I'm coming from with it. You don't have to stay within that same.
I feel like people like that, niggas like that, really just don't get no bitches. I feel like you do that and it goes, okay, well she attractive too, so she ain't giving me no play. I'm attracted to her too, so let me see what she wants to do.
Exactly.
You don't get no bitches, and you don't get out like that. You don't have enough of a, you know what I mean, like a vicinity or
you don't cast a wide net. Yeah.
Come on, you don't cast a wide. That might be there for some time. You don't cast a wide net.
You don't cast a wide enough net. You don't.
Yes, that's exactly what that means. So, yeah. Ooh, speaking of not casting wide enough, ooh, let's go ahead and move on.
For real.
All right, so we went from one part of the country, comparing this, as far as cheating, and now this one, we said we was going to bring this to the forefront before. Just real quick, new study revealed that which country of men had going down south, yes. New study reveals which country of men has the largest average penis size. Mm-hmm. And I thought that this was interesting.
These numbers might be skewed.
I think these numbers are skewed too because
I'm like, first of all, this is the first thing I thought about when I saw this.
Who
the fuck is volunteering for y'all to measure their penis?
Or are y'all like going by based off like doctor's charts?
That's what I'm saying. Is a doctor like sneakily doing it? Like, is it like a secret operation that I'm not aware of? I'm saying it like I got a penis. Not that I have one. I'm not a penis owner.
Because it makes me think of like, are y'all measuring that like
that's what I'm saying.
When we get like.
No, I don't think so. I think that people are signing up to do this. But who are the people signing up to go through with this? But whatever, anyway.
Just looking at the names, the countries that are on the top 20.
It's like, really? Y'all sign up for this?
So let me just say this. Everybody's penis size, even in the top 20 categories, started with the number 6.
I think somebody made this trying to be funny.
They had to be, because why did everything start with 6 and then you go to UK and US and then all of a sudden it's 5 and then we 60 and 68?
But I'm guessing, honestly, I guess the message they're trying to convey here, if there is one, is the fact that like everyone's penis is average. That's what I gathered.
No, I can get that. I got that too.
I don't know about these numbers. Maybe
especially with some of these places, because first of all, a lot of these places are in Africa.
Right. Well, there's a good number of them that are.
Yeah, a good number of them.
You got Central America, South 20. America, you got, yeah. So I'm like,
Where's the country of Georgia?
First of all, yeah, there is a country named Georgia.
I'm asking you. Where is it? I don't know where it is. That's
over in the, what's it called? Somewhere. I don't want to, don't quote me. I think it's in Europe. It's a European country. It's
I've heard of it before.
Yeah, me too. I actually just watched a Netflix special that was based on it took place in Georgia, the country. And I was like, oh wow, yeah. I'm like, you never really hear places like that being mentioned on, TV. But they got Ecuador on here, Cameroon, Bolivia. Whoa, wait a minute. First of all,
Sudan.
These aren't countries though. That's how I know this is fake.
I'm like this. Yeah, I'm like
Egypt is.
That's what I'm saying. This is some fuckaroo.
Am I going crazy?
This is fuckaroo. They're gonna say factors such as environment, hormones, and circumcision can potentially influence penis size.
Oh wow.
Environment. Now, hormones and circumcision, I can see, but environment?
I don't know how that would be. Maybe chemicals and stuff in the environment, maybe. I could see how your weight could affect that. Like, metabolically, it can be affected because if you're bigger, your penis will shrink. It will be smaller than it would be if you wasn't, not because we're not.
No bigger guy has like a big dick.
No, that's not true at all.
That's why I'm like, huh?
But it is medically speaking. They will tell you is something with how they're built anatomically. If their gut is big, it makes the size of their penis smaller. It makes it get smaller. If they lose weight, that should be bigger. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. So listen. I don't know.
All right. Okay. So, all right. So that's what's going on in the streets.
So
I just needed to know. So, that's what's going on in the streets. We just wanted to tap into that. So we're going to move on to the boss that we had for this week. Dum. This week we had, I don't think we did this one, Brunchaholics, Philly.
Oh, okay. Brunchaholics. Okay.
So shout out to Brunchaholics, Philly on Instagram. They are a restaurant located at 2499 Aramingo Avenue, Suite 8 here in Philadelphia. If you are a brunch bitch, which a lot of my friends are, like a little brunch and boozy vibe, how you guys like to say, you little mimosa mommies, all the pancake poppies, all of y'all, take a look and go down to Brunchaholics Philly. Again, the address is 2499 Aramingo Avenue, Suite E, letter E as in epic, and here in Philadelphia. And they giving all brunch vibes for sure. I know you put this on the list with your brunch eating ass.
Oh yeah,
you had to be. You was a chicken and waffle hoe.
I love chicken and waffles, but only if it's made right though.
It has to be
everywhere.
It has to be. And you know what? It sounds weird, but I don't like wingdings. I don't like wingdings and waffles.
I do. I don't want
because it tastes different. It has to be a chicken breast, and I don't even think I don't like chicken wings.
I don't want chicken breast. I actually love chicken tenders and waffles.
I about to say you can give me the chicken breast tenderloins or the chicken breast, but don't give me no wingdings or no chicken wings and waffles. I don't know why, but I
would rather eat the wingdings than the whole wing. I will say I prefer the tenders, but if I had to choose between the wings, it wouldn't be the whole wings. It would be wingdings for me personally. Nice and crispy. There it is. But anywho.
Shout out to y'all. You are our boss of the week.
Yes.
And then just a reminder to you guys, they are closed on Mondays. So.
All brunch ain't created equal, so be.
No, it is not. Speaking of not being created equal, let's go ahead and let's get into it. To get into it of our first topic, buffer dates. I came across this. I came across this thread or this video thread, and I was completely taken aback by this gentleman and what he stated. So the sassets, aka men, have come up with a new term called buffer dates, so they won't get used for a meal. It's easier to be alone if this is what we got to choose from, and that is for sure. So I just want to real quick let you guys know what he had to say, because it's real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and press and get into it.
I invited a young lady out for a buffer date. Now, I highly recommend a buffer date before investing more. Buffer date is 30 minutes during the daytime, $10 or less, low pressure to fill each other out. She accepted the coffee date, and we got there. Now, as per usual, I normally eat before I come to the date to make sure that I'm satisfied and I'm not showing up with negative energy, hungry, hangry, or with an attitude. And also so that I'm not wasting time ordering food, waiting on the food, eating the food, and spending more time than I actually want to with this individual that I don't know. So she said she was hungry, so we went to a place where there was food, and she was upset that I didn't pay the bill. And I'm saying, honey, I invited you for coffee, not a meal. Now, if I would do things differently before that buffer date, I would have had a phone conversation with her to see if we are even compatible and to see if she's interested in a buffer date. That's something that I highly recommend to you ladies. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I remember.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take my ass to the second slide because that's exactly what
I was going to do that too. Go ahead, take it away.
So, fellas, if you so worried about being used on date, if you vetted her for a good amount of time before a date, you'll be able to know if she's using you. Y'all be rushing to take women out and wonder why it doesn't yield good results. What happened to talking on the phone? Honestly, yes. For me, if I'm interested in somebody, I'm willing to have conversation. Me as a person, I'm not hard. It's not pulling teeth having a conversation with me. I have a lot of things to talk about. If you're a boring person or if you don't share the same interests, then maybe it will be corny. Maybe it will be a corny conversation. But in general, I've never struggled. I've never struggled in that area. So for me personally, at this age, if you're pursuing a woman that's no longer just going out with guys just for a free meal, then at the very least you should be willing to, put in a little work and set aside some time throughout the week to reach out to her, see how her day's going, see what her interests are, and get a general feel for the kind of person that she is. So that way, by the end of that week, that week trial, that pre-buffer, whatever date you want to call it, you can know that, all right, this is somebody that I want to take out. Because, yes, sometimes some guys do cut straight to the chase, and they do ask for your number, and they do say, I want to go out on a date. Because, yes, as women, we do get annoyed. We don't want somebody to say, what you doing every single freaking day, because it's annoying as shit. We want to talk about other things. However, yes, some of y'all don't be going after the right women. Maybe. That's just what it seems like. You're not vetting her properly to know if she even fits the bill of what you're looking for, if you're looking for anything at all. Sometimes even if you aren't looking for anything, it still could be good conversation over a good meal and a good time. And you and that person could choose to have fun. Whatever the circumstances are that y'all agree on and that y'all established at the beginning. However, if you're not vetting people, then you will have a lot of failed attempts. Yeah, you will. So that's why y'all keep getting the stupid ass results y'all keep getting. Stupid.
On top of that, just to flip it on the opposite, in the opposite perspective, fellas don't. I feel like he's also double downplaying his counterparts who unfortunately don't know how to have as much conversation or who may not have the time to have as much conversation over the phone with having those conversations. So when they meet you, find themselves attracted to you and immediately ask for your number and ask you out for the date. They're asking you out for the date to use their time to get to know you.
Absolutely.
So I feel like he's also making a downplay on gentlemen who operate like that as well, because some people don't necessarily have the time to be on the phone like they want to recreationally.
True.
And that's when they take the time to do so. Is when they're actually on the date. So they may only have enough time just to text you a little bit through the day, just enough to set up the date. So they can therefore get to know you.
That's a good way to look at it too. But we all make time for things that we want. So, and within the scope of that being said, you could have called her on an off
all
week.
the time.
Yeah, you could have called her on an off week where it's just like, oh my goodness, it's like crash until I burn. Literally, like I literally have jam-packed days all week. And then the weekend is all the shit that I couldn't get done during the week that I really need to do for myself so that way I can be productive the following week. Because as adults, we fall into that trap a lot. Like, we're just running. So, I mean, listen, you can make it fun. You can make it. It's so much different shit you can do to get to know people and get to know little things that could give you hints and clues towards.
And that's if you want to.
Exactly. You can have, even if they don't only have conversation, like if they could text you back and forth maybe for like all together throughout the day. Maybe they hit you up and you text a few minutes for this portion of the day, and then the next day it might be in the morning, or the next day it might be in the afternoon on your lunch break, or the next night it might be late at night after you had a long ass day. You just up. Like, damn, I'm up tonight. Let me see what this person doing. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the person said, like, you vetted her and then to get a fucking attitude because she had a level of expectation for you to pay for the bill. She wasn't necessarily wrong for that. You still vetted her. I don't give a fuck what kind of
you asked her to go out. Yeah, right.
You asked her to go out, and if she said, now, on the other side of that with her, if she said she was hungry and he like, well, no, I'm not doing it, that should have been something she accepted because, again, at the same time, he did say, I only invited you out for coffee. So just because you said, like, bitch, we're out for coffee, we're at a cafe, we're not about to sit down and get a whole meal because that's not what they serve here. Right. So with that specific situation that he was describing, I unfortunately feel like it might have been very well a situation where a young lady was just looking for a meal. Absolutely. But he needs to take accountability and realize that you're really not looking to be serious with nobody. You just really looking for somebody to vet and fuck at this time too. That's how. Or you're looking for a combination of the two. You gonna fuck who won't let you fuck. But if you come across that person that you find you'll take seriously, you'll do that as well. And that's what it's giving. It's giving you going to take what's being presented to you and what you allow opportune time for. Like, whoever allows you the time, that's what type of situation that you put yourself in. That's what's given. Like, if she just want to fuck, I'm down to do that too. But if she want to fall in love and she's somebody I would fall in love with, I'm down to do that too.
There it is.
It's giving you when you got the options just presented.
Right. That part.
Just saying.
Listen.
Just saying.
I mean, honestly, I'm not mad at the buffer date idea at all. I'm not mad at the idea. I feel like, but in my adult life, I've only ever gone out on a coffee date probably twice in my life.
I've never been on a coffee date in my life.
That's it.
Like, ever.
Little coffee, little pastry, little Barnes and Nobles, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't expect to get a meal. I would be ordering. I'd be like, well, I hate to cut this short because I'm a little hungry. I'm about to go get some food.
Right, because I'm like him too. You
Yeah.
don't know how motherfuckers. First of all, you don't know how motherfuckers gonna be. I always eat something before I go out on a date with somebody.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Because you don't know how it's going to be. Or it ain't that, and you always have your own fucking money.
That also, because I definitely will order me something to go and go home.
Yeah, I mean, because if it's somewhere that I know I want to go and I know I'm going to want something from, like, yeah.
I might eat something light, but as a whole meal, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Eat something light. Yeah, I'm not going to eat a whole fucking meal, but yeah, I'll eat something light before I go.
Mm-hmm. True. Like right before I start getting ready or something. So by the time I get there, I'm ready to, I could eat, but I'm not like, I need to get something to eat now. Woo, child, buffer dates. That's funny. Let us know how them buffer dates working for you.
Yes. So, on to the next. I know you added this one on the list, and I thought it was interesting. I'm just gonna shout out to tonight's conversation. We actually do like you guys. Y'all talk about y'all bring a lot of these topics to the forefront between men and women, and it's just like, fuck, we ain't got no choice but just to talk about it. You can't run from the topic at this point.
And I know y'all listen, they say every podcast is relationship and stuff like that. And honestly, I fight with myself a lot about that because we are not a relationship podcast. So I often find myself, it is. It's definitely part of life, especially at this age. And I just don't like, if it's something I feel like a lot of people have like said their piece on, then I won't discuss it. I won't discuss it at all. You know what I mean? I'll just stay away from it. But this was definitely interesting just to hear from a guy's point of view.
Yes.
So here it goes. Oh wait, let me go. Oh my gosh. My phone is being mean to me today. Hold on, I'm clicking on it. Here it goes.
I'm a pretty emotionally intelligent dude. I've noticed that there's only room for my emotions when they're convenient for the woman that's asking me to be emotionally intelligent. That any emotional labor I do that's not for her convenience, or not that something she specifically asked for, that either goes unnoticed, or when I'm saying something that's not favorable, the shit gets used against me, and it becomes about how she feels about what I said, and not about the shit that I said. She making some too much shit. Somebody cry.
When she said that shit, I hollered.
All I'm saying, because saying that, all right, now we got our own money, we want y'all to be emotionally intelligent, that's a great argument. Until it becomes a real life situation and you start to deal with an emotionally intelligent and you realize it ain't been enough of them in your life and you don't know what to do with that type of man. You're not lying.
It's him shouting for me.
Sweetheart.
Did you see his stupid ass get up in that t-shirt?
It's dudes that don't know how to express themselves. Don't come sitting in front of me. A nigga that know how to express himself complaining when I goddamn express myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, talk your shit, King. I ain't mad at you. He talked his shit.
I feel like now at this age, that can go both ways.
Yeah.
Because you have a whole lot of women who you have men complaining about who don't, exude emotional intelligence and so on and so forth. So I feel like, yes, kudos to him for being emotionally intelligent. But again, because there's so many immature women who want the lifestyle of a mature woman these days, that can very, very easily go both ways. I feel like for a woman like myself, I'm not going to ask for anybody, not even just a man, to tell me the truth and be honest and all of that, and then feel some type of way, and be discouraged when they actually do. I feel like that's not realistic. So I feel like for people who...
And it's unfair, too.
It is unfair, exactly. So for women or men or women who do that, it's just like, make it make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, that can absolutely go both ways. I feel like that's a very manipulative state of mind when you're asking something of somebody, and then when they give it to you, you're trying to act like you're offended by it. Because ultimately, that's really what he's saying. Like, don't ask me for something, and then when I give it to you, you acting like you can't understand or you feel some kind of way about what the fuck I'm saying. That's manipulative.
It definitely is, and it's also very immature. It speaks to your level of maturity, because it's like, how dare you? You asked me for this, and then I'm giving it to you. It's like, it's not like I'm giving you unsolicited advice. This is something that you specifically asked me to share with you, based on the premises that we're going to talk through this, like, consenting mature adults and work towards a resolution versus you just screaming me, hurt me, make me feel this kind of way. And it's just like, well, if he's sharing how he feels with you, you're going to have to take some onus to what you did to add to the situation, to put, to add insult to injury, while also in the same respect making the cognizant decision to say, you know what, in the future, because I know that this, when I do this, this makes me feel this way, maybe I just need to check myself on that area and make sure that I'm showing up better. You know what I'm saying? And start working towards it versus like, because we have to be, realistic. If especially with men, they already don't feel like they have the space to do that with us. And I was very appalled to find out and shocked that I'm like, well, damn, everybody ain't raised like you, Anna. So it is going to be some bitches out here who like will say, oh, you can cry here, you can be soft here, you can do that here. I love when women say that, when in reality, no the fuck they can't. You the first one to call them all types of bitches and pussies and all kinds of stuff like that. And then you just looking at them like, well, they need to just suck it up and everything's okay. No, he probably really is dealing with something because like you, baby, they experience life too. So maybe in this instance, whatever you're saying or doing is really triggering him, and he's coming to you and telling you this makes me feel this kind of way. They feel like even saying certain things about how they feel emotionally makes them looked at as weak and inferior to that specific woman. She's just like, oh, I can't deal with that. It's a lot of females who operate like that, and it's like every nigga ain't bitch made. Just because he's telling you how he feel, baby, don't mean he a bitch at all. Like, ain't nobody saying that he gotta be crying and wiping your feet with his dreads and shit. Like, we ain't saying that, but at the same time, you gotta create, you want to feel safe. So why shouldn't he be afforded that same thing, that same opportunity?
That's right.
There's no way in the world I want to be in a relationship where I feel like I'm able to express myself and share different things and be vulnerable with that person. And then he can't do that with me in the same token. That's unfair. It's so one-sided, and you can't expect a successful relationship if you operating like that, because there's going to be some bumps and bruises. It's about how you choose to react and deal with them that makes the difference, and either makes you be able to move forward, or it's just like it's like y'all wash your hands.
I'm glad you said bumps and bruises, because you know me, I am good for playing devil's advocate.
True.
So, and then the same thought in thinking about that, and I agree with all of that you said. But also in the same thought, you do have individuals, again, not just men, because I feel like this theory can absolutely go both ways. Mm-hmm. You do have individuals, and I have, again, because I'm a female who dates men, you do have those men who take advantage of having the freedom of being able to express their emotional intelligence. And what I mean by that is, you have the freedom of being able to express that, and you put it out there for your partner to know, and so on and so forth. But then you kind of use it as an excuse to pluck off other behaviors or get your shit off in other ways in a relationship that are not necessarily fair. And it's just like, well, wait, hold on. It's like, well, yeah, but I feel like this. I act this way because of this and that. Yeah, I get all of that, but when are you going to take the accountability and then begin to work on it? Because just because you have trauma
doesn't mean...
just because this is a trauma response from this doesn't mean you have an excuse to keep it going. And that's where I feel like the lines become blurred. Because I feel like at times men can use their emotional intelligence, which can at the same time be their trauma responses to things, and use them as an excuse as to how they treat you or how they behave in a relationship. True.
And I also feel like it's our duty to maintain that balance and know where those boundaries come in at. That's because true. At the very same time, you can't conflate or misconstrue those two things, because I feel like on the other side of that, an emotionally intelligent person is very aware of the things that does trigger them. However, at the very same time, they're able to set a precedence like, hey, and stop in the moment and do things to be able to that was a bad word, to de-escalate before it becomes, all right, this and that. You know what I'm saying? An emotionally intelligent person is going to be, or is working towards that at minimal. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that, because I said that to say that's how you should know the difference between somebody who is actually has emotional intelligence
Yeah.
versus somebody who is just trying to play on emotional intelligence and use it as a manipulative factor just to try to get what they want. Because ultimately they're just being selfish. They're playing on your perspective and your aspect and how you think about things just to ultimately still try to get what they want.
The do re mi mi mi.
Exactly.
The do re mi mi.
That shit, and it took me a while to kind of catch on to that with people, especially when being in a relationship, because a lot of the times, you know how they'll say you don't recognize things while you're actually in it.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to take your step out, be outside of the situation, even for a long time. And just like it takes you years to come up.
Absolutely.
Oh shit, this is what was happening to me.
Right. And when you're trying to build and you're trying to develop and you're trying to do things the positive way and be optimistic and all of those things above, it's just like, you know, you won't see those things because you're trying, you know, so hard to do the right thing. You know, you can call me Miss Spike Lee. I be in a relationship, I be trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, me too.
And I do feel like for me that was a slap in the face as far as I feel like that's the reason why I ended up being in. Shit, let's be clear. All of my relationships longer than I probably should have.
Oh wow.
Because of the aspect and the perspective of, you know, just, you know, trying to do the right thing and be optimistic and you know. And then you have to ask yourself that one little question that's this quick. Is love enough?
No, it's not.
And it's not.
It's definitely not.
It took me into about my mid to late 20s to figure out that no, it's not.
The love, the respect,
It's
all
not.
that.
Love is not the fucking. I remember the first time I said that shit out loud. Like, love is not the fuck enough.
It's not. And also, what seals the deal is the choice that you make too. The choice that you make. When you wake up every day and you choose that person over and over again, you choose that situation over again, and you choose to work towards a successful relationship altogether. It's just like, if it's really layered, but I'm so glad that, and I'm glad that came from a man and not a woman.
Yeah, it definitely came. And speaking of that, T sent me a little bunch of maybe we have a little show.
Oh my god. Okay.
This is not an ad, so I'm saying.
I hate you.
This is not an ad, but hey, y'all.
Let's get into the last topic.
Please do. Come on. So, some men will embarrass you every chance they fucking can. Dude is struggling with his bills at home, and he subscribed to his wife, one of his wife's friends' OnlyFans. He sent her $600 in total. She told the wife because she knows how much they're struggling. She gave some of the money back. He's lucky he got anything back. And to be honest, that's my perspective.
No, to be honest, yes, because it's not her fault. Honestly, she was being nice. That would have been me in my way nicer days. That's me in my way nicer days. That's me in my way. I don't know. Child.
Yeah, nice when I was telling you to be mean.
Yeah.
Because I spent years.
I hate you. But on a situation like this, since you're not getting one red cent out of me, nobody told him to come in here and willingly give that up. Because at that point, I feel like I feel like God put it in my palm for me to show you. Right. It's my duty to now show you.
The IRS make a mistake.
There you go. That you need to leave him all the way the fuck alone. Not halfway, not part way. All the way. Because he was willing to give up your life. If you got to fuck up our livelihood to go get some box. You a dangerous motherfucker.
Be shit to somebody else's box.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm just saying in general. But my point is, if he could have got it, he probably would have. Honestly.
No, okay, I feel you. Yeah, okay.
Like, it's just that's a more convenient way to get his shit off. You know, to get his rocks off real quick.
I get you.
So the fact that she even sent her $250, and sis was right. She like, listen. She like, okay, thank you, but I'm trying to understand why you only sent half, and that's our money. That's weird.
She felt like,
and she didn't even send you half.
She
sent you less than half. You sent her $600. He said she sent you
$250. I said no less than half.
Yeah, she was like, listen. Once it got sent to me, it became my money. I made videos and bought outfits for those on top of them, and automatically taking 20%. Because the girl was saying, how do you not know who it was, but was talking for weeks? She said, because he's not my husband and I don't know his middle name off the top of my head. She said, well, I think you should send the rest. You know we are behind. This is crazy. Bitch, I have nothing to do with your livelihood and how you
don't know if I'm behind.
This is my livelihood. Like, we're doing the same dance at the table. That's what you're not realizing.
And I got one question. Not to be funny. Hold on.
What? What's the question?
I got one question.
How much? What?
She asked her to send the whole thing. He gave her a total of $600. A young lady from OnlyFans sent back $250, which means that the wife wanted back $350. If you are behind $350, it's not gonna make you come the fuck up. It may pay one bill or a bill and a fucking half, depending on how far you are behind. That's a combination of maybe 2 bills.
Girl.
Maybe, depending on which bills they are.
Is. Whether it's, because some people be having like Wi-Fi.
That's why I say depending on which bills they are.
We all know, I don't care where you at. Whether it's Pico or Con Edison, electric is expensive AF.
And I don't know, what is it called in the South?
I don't know.
And like the DMV and all that. Cause we got a couple of y'all too. Hey, y'all, shout out to y'all. I don't know what they call it on the West Coast. A couple. Seattle, what's it called over there? That's why Seattle was in my head earlier. What's it called over there? I don't know, but let me know with this. PGW, Pico Electric.
One of them Exelon companies, hell.
Come on, Exela. Okay? $350 is not going to change your life. $350.
That's somebody's car insurance, man.
Now, if you're completely homeless and on the streets and don't got a penny change to somebody else's nickel slick,
you gonna feel like a penny waiting on change.
Exactly. You might change your life in a situation like that, but no, not in your day to day. So it's just like, come on, sis, you was just
Count
mad.
your losses.
You were mad that it was me that he was spending his money on.
Absolutely, that was the principle.
And I can understand because let's be clear, you and I are friends. One of us has an OnlyFans, and the other one like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, but I can't help that your nigga was watching my shit or my nigga was watching your shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not your fault.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the fucking point.
Because I'm damn sure not going to go around and say, oh, yeah, my girlfriend got only. I mean, if they know, they know. If it's something that you promote, because you promote it.
If anything, I'm going to jump on his ass. First of all, out of anybody that you fucking spend money on, it's a catch-22 because it's like, all right, I'm glad you spent it on you gave my friend the money, but then again, like,
why the
fuck is you on my friend's OnlyFans? Right, it's a catch-22. Like, I'm glad you gave it to somebody that I know, but then again, like, why the fuck
what are we doing here?
Exactly.
What are we doing here? Okay, sis talking about you behind. Girl, your husband know you behind in them bills. Go handle his ass. Sis could have kept taking money while watching you struggle, but she did a kind gesture and gave some back. Be grateful. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Right, because
people have to count their blessings in moments like this, because this is something. This is some humble ass. If she never was humble before this day, I bet you this humble pie serve cold. Okay, on a paper towel, if that, or the crinkly plastic top.
It should be, because at the end of the day, and I think if they were real friends, and this is what caused me to think that they were not real friends, that they were just two women who knew each other. Because I feel like if they were real friends, naturally, again, using us again as a scenario, I don't think the first thing that I think the money would have been secondary to the wife's issue. I think the first issue would have been, why the fuck are you on my friend's OnlyFans? Like, do you want to sleep with her? Like, are you trying to sneak behind my back? Like, that would have been the first thing.
Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
yeah, before it was the money. Again, the money would have been secondary. But it would have been like, what's wrong with you? Because then I would have had to get my girlfriend on the phone. Like, do you know that he watches your OnlyFans? Like, I can see why she asked her that, and she was like, I don't know his fucking middle name, but. That's how you, either they're not close friends or she wasn't paying close attention. But she was like, I don't know his middle name. Clearly, she knows his first and last. So she when she saw the name, she didn't even think of it. So they're probably not close
at all. That's
what made me think that they weren't close friends. So that's probably another reason why she was like, okay, bitch, you nice and you lucky I even gave you that back, because at the end of the day, this is my hustle, and you're not a good girlfriend. You're just somebody that I know. You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to figure out how she got this lady number. I don't even think they was friends, Chrissy.
I don't think that they were friends. I think that they.
But how did she get her information?
They probably were cool enough just for one of them to reach out and say, hey, can you send me your number? I gotta. They probably was cool enough to that. Because think about it, associates from college.
Or she went through his phone and seen the payment that he sent.
That too.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because I damn sure got a opinion that be checking up on somebody's cash app receipt. Through the mobile account.
Yes.
You can see what they you say how much to you? How much what area?
Listen.
This technology gets us in trouble every day.
Yes, it does. Just like how y'all be using Cash App to find bitches' numbers.
That's something it gets us every day. Every day.
Every day. Y'all better
let
start
me tell you
being
something.
good.
That Cash App is turned into Apple. It's the damn devil. They gonna steal your money and expose you. Okay? So, girl,
yes. Anyway. So that was a good topic. I think honestly, that's a learning moment, a learning curve for you.
It is.
But now it's time to get into this week's reality check.
Because I would be happy that you would be supporting my friend at the same time, but you know we need the money.
Yeah, don't get killed. Because
Right.
I feel like at the end of even if we had the money, I still would have an issue with that.
Right.
Me,
that's my friend. That's how that's why I said.
Because think about it, you would be mad as shit.
I'm mad because it's my friend, but at the same time, like, why the fuck you like you?
What if your friend did them freak ass massages that people be doing on Instagram, and I booked him for a massage? You would be mad as hell. Although nothing ever happened.
Comparison. That's a very good
Although
comparison.
we didn't have sex, he rendered me a service that you would deem inappropriate.
And it is inappropriate because he's massaging my ass. Don't he massage titties too?
Your whole body, bitch, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm like, don't he massage everything?
They're not supposed to, but they a different line of work.
Yeah, I be needing these love handles massage.
I'm done with you. I'm so over you. So, this week's reality check. So, best sex of your life and never travel again, or travel infinitely and never have sex again. This was easy for me. I had to travel.
I knew what you was going to say. I knew what you was going to say.
Think about if you really can't go nowhere. Like, that is like, just to be able to hunt.
Yeah.
Like, no.
And you know me, I was trying to like
think about business, stuff like that.
And I was trying to break it down like, does this only mean travel by plane? Like, I was trying to break it down.
Because I'm like, even if I was a person who was so worried about having kids and stuff like that, you don't necessarily have to have sex to be able to have kids. You can go get your, get your little account together for IVF.
So you can still get some head.
No, sex is sex, whether it's anal, oral, or regular penetration, whatever.
Did you invent this question? Ain't nobody asked you to be technical.
I'm just saying, the question says what it says.
Why
best
you
sex of your
so
life
technical?
And never travel again, or travel best sex of your life and never travel again, or travel infinitely and never have sex ever again.
But it's referring to penis and vagina. It didn't even say gay sex.
But it's not going to say that because honestly, in 2023, sex is sex. No, but any kind of sex is sex. Think about it. That's why it has a sex on the end of it, because it's a type of sex.
All right.
Just like any kind of weave is weave, whether it's connectaline, whatever, however you pronounce it. It ain't, but it's you know what I'm trying to say. I can't get it out. Yes, not even that, but whether it's this or whether it's like a bundle or something like that, it's still considered false hair or weave.
All right, again, in this scenario,
just like different Indian tribes,
I am choosing to travel, but don't judge me because I'm gonna be one of them bitches with the dick on the wall.
I think after a whole 2 years, you will just get over it, honestly. Fuck that, I'm going away.
But if I want to feel loose, something, I'm putting it on the wall. Shower and I'm back. Y'all
gonna kill me with these on the wall dicks and balls.
These silicone balls on the wall.
I'm traveling. I'm sorry. From you to tell me,
I'm gonna take the trip. I'm gonna travel with my silicone dick.
How about?
I'm being in the shower buckets of the balls, not big. That's your mama's silicone shower wall. Mama's shower wall, baby.
I'm over you.
It's alright.
Fucking ass.
Y'all hear clapping in the shower? Don't mind me.
I'm done. What would y'all choose though, honestly? To have the best sex of your life and never be able to go no damn where? Or just the chalk screwing all together, but be able to travel
anywhere you want. Because I would get bored with just having sex, so I would definitely choose travel. But again, I'm choosing the traveling dick.
She's choosing Silicone Sam for $500.
Come on, Silicone Samuel. Silicone Sammy.
So let's ask yourself that question. Please do. Thank you. Because I always be imagining, like, during the apocalypse, if people still gonna be getting pregnant and having babies, I imagine so. But like, I would definitely
for sure. So which means they're gonna be getting pregnant.
Y'all
That's
crazy.
funny,
Y'all
y'all.
out your fucking minds. I thought about that.
I don't think a lot of people gonna make it.
Because it's been a lot of apocalyptic shows, and when I was watching Silo, I thought about that. I'm like, imagine somebody telling you gotta live underground in this thing for all
I don't
these
think the
years.
baby's gonna make it.
No, they made it underground all them years. Only certain people was allowed to have babies. Everything they control everything. That's a good show, honestly.
What show you talking about?
It's called Silo. It's on Netflix. Wait, is it on Netflix? I believe no. It's either on Netflix or it's on Apple TV. One
I
of
don't
the
got no fucking Apple TV. You don't got no smart TV.
Oh, bitch, I got no Apple TV to add.
Bitch, I got Apple phone. Do I got it? What account I got it?
No, you can put it
iCloud?
on your no. You put it
I
on
can
your
use my iCloud account?
your Fire Stick. Yeah, you can sign up with your iCloud.
Is that like a free TV service I get? Cause I got
No, it's not free, but it definitely it bundles with your music though. If you get the bundle,
it bundle with
they
your
can
music?
bundle it, and you'll save money on it.
No,
yeah.
they can bundle it or they do. Cause I
No,
pay
they
for my
can.
Apple Music. But
Yeah,
I'm not
they
paying for
can.
Apple TV too. I don't get a free thing.
Go
I
to
pay for
Apple TV.
Music.
Go to Apple TV, and they will bundle. They will. No, it's not free though. It's not free.
Apple, you got me fucked up. I can't pay for one and not the other. First of all, I felt like if you pay for Apple TV or Apple Music,
You should get both.
you did. You
No,
should be able to
They
get
got
both.
their, but see, you know, Apple gonna always text because they got their content up. See, Apple
You
started
started out
out as
my dick
only.
from the big Apple. I'm going to Peaches. Fuck you.
They started out as only like family oriented content, but eventually.
That's all my they not even
No, they
that.
got so much. They got better. Their shows are good now. Like it's not like just like it's only watching shit on Hulu and YouTube. Actually, Netflix.
We got the Hulu's in it.
Depending on the month, Netflix has
That's right. Depending on the month or what's coming out.
what's
at that
coming
time.
out. Because
Yeah.
I be back and forth between Hulu and Apple. I be
That's why I got your
Hulu, Apple. You can throw a little BET Plus in it. Although I just canceled y'all because I was like, let me delete some of these subscriptions because I done got too many. I done got out of control.
Prime though.
I will never delete Prime. I'm
But
sorry.
me and my mom will merge on that. We gonna share the same account because Prime is not like Netflix. They don't charge you for the additional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, we just gonna merge, and I'm just like, well,
It
whoever
is.
account you want to keep, you know, the other one will just send, you know, the other person half or whatever. We just gonna keep it.
Keep it like
because
that.
we share Disney and Netflix.
I'm about to say, well, Hulu is included in that with your Hulu account. I got
It's
it.
included in what?
The Hulu.
It's included in what?
The Hulu account.
If,
I got it. Oh,
what's
matter of fact, I
included
changed the
in Hulu?
password. I got to give it
What,
to you.
Disney?
Yeah, it's Hulu, Disney, and ESPN. I lied to you not. That's how it is. And I didn't realize that until a couple months ago, yo. Oh my God.
I don't think my mom don't either because that's who Disney account I got.
No, yeah, tell her to double, triple check. And I know y'all got the same carrier I do because we all had Sprint.
Yeah, well, she changed shit. She with Verizon now.
Oh, well, hell, I don't know how
She
Verizon
left me
do it.
2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Finally, yeah. She left me. But anyway, hey, shout out to all the phone services. And
Yeah,
if
we
any
just
of
went
you
on a whole
phone
tangent.
services- If any of you phone and or streaming services
Y'all wanna?
want to submit and add to us, because we do operate on all of you motherfuckers.
Yes, we do.
Okay, if y'all want to add, or if anybody out there, any other shows, any small businesses, if you want to.
Yeah, because they
Add
Verizon
me
does
as
do
a
my
remote.
Wi-Fi at home. They do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And so does T-Mobile.
Okay.
So again, any other streaming services,
Yup.
technology, so phone services, and you guys are small businesses, or anybody who wants to
Add it to the
promote
mix.
your business, add it to the mix. We are accepting ads.
Yes.
We will have that conversation once you approach us. So, thank you guys for joining us. That was the show.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is-
That is it.
It is Anna.
It's crazy, bitch, and I am hungry.
My stomach just growled again. I said I can't take it no more. I have to go.
Yes.
Sorry,
Sorry,
y'all.
you guys. I need a fucking meal. Okay, we love you. I'm going to get a knick-knack. No,
Yes.
I don't need a knick-knack. I need I meant a meal.
I need a platter.
Yes.
Yeah. So see y'all.
Bye.
Adios.